Can I steal it from you to memorize the way you shock me, the way you move it here? Just wanna feel it from you. Hey, woo.
Don't be afraid to catch feels. Ride your cup and chase thrills.
Hello! Two Chicks Talk About Dicks.
Episode 4.
Today we're going to talk about a viewer because she has reached out to us for some advice, which is
Awesome.
our forte. And we're obviously not going to tell who she is or all that jazz, but we're excited because I think it's a huge topic for everyone.
And just on a side note, thank you, viewer, for reaching out to us. I know that was kind of probably out of your comfort zone, and you probably felt weird messaging two weird girls
Talking about
dicks. But I think that was really cool, and I hope that the rest of you, this maybe is like a little bit of encouragement that it's okay. And
this viewer's not made up. This is
no,
for real.
this is for real, you guys. But we are here to give the best advice that we can. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. So we'll just jump right into it.
So basically, we can define her question with 3 simple letters.
DTR.
For those of you who don't know what DTR means, it's define the relationship, okay? How do you do that? There's a number of ways.
Basically, our viewer reached out to us and said that she's been dating this guy for a couple months now, and they've been pretty inseparable. They sleep with each other, like at each other's houses. I'm sure they sleep I'm sure they do other things, but they sleep at each other's houses. They talk every day. They're around each other's friends, but every time that she's kind of seemed to bring it up to him,
Dropping hints.
Yeah, she's dropped hints about like, hey, what are we? Stuff like that, and it never really gets answered. And he's a pretty shy guy, so we don't think that he's going to bring it up. So she wants to, but she doesn't know how.
Yeah. So, for an example, I started talking to my brother about what DTR meant. He didn't know what that meant. And he was like, it'll just happen. Typical guy response, right? Because it doesn't just happen. I mean, if you, like, really know and, like, you guys saying, I love you all the time, yeah, okay, you obviously know that you're in a relationship. But if you guys are, like, hanging out and just, like, doing whatever, like, super casual, that's fine. But someone has to come up and be like, hey.
Yeah. And I think not saying it just puts you in limbo.
Yeah.
And then I think, too, there's an awkward moment, too, where you do try to define it, and if the other person's like, oh, it's just...
We're just
like
hanging
We're
out.
hanging out. We're taking it casual. Then I think that's your time to maybe just, like, walk away.
Get
Because don't waste your time anymore and cut your losses while you can.
Yeah.
Because that seems a little bit stupid.
And it seems scary to do it. Like, let's say the girl's doing it because the guy is awkward and shy or whatever. That's fine. But the girl can't do it. Yeah. Austin's super shy. And, I mean, he wasn't shy enough to define the relationship. But, I mean, he still asked me, literally he texted me and asked me, hey, are we, like, together? And I was like, I don't know. Have you asked me yet? So basically, girls, go for it. Say, hey, I was just, talking to my friends about it, and I wasn't really sure, like, what to call you, or where are we at in our relationship.
And I think just, like, being super honest about it, not even, like, just being like, hey, I really like you. I feel like we are, getting pretty serious, or we are developing, like, strong feelings for each other because we see each other every day, and, like, we're spending the night at each other's houses, but to be honest, like, what does that mean for us? Does that mean that we're just, like, literally, like, sex buddies, or does that mean that we're in an actual relationship? Yeah. And I think just being super honest about it helps, because then you're going to get the most honest answer. Mm-hmm. I think when you're super, like, awkward and, like, so, what is this? Is when, like, weird answers can evolve, and then you're still, like, I asked and I don't know the answer still. So I think that's one thing, too, just being, like, super honest and, like, laying all your feelings out on the table. Because in the end, like, the worst thing that's going to happen is he's going to be like, no, I don't want a relationship. And you're going to be like, great, I can stop wasting my time.
Yeah. You would rather find out now than in 6 months when you like are really attached to this person.
When you've been dating them for half a year and, you're like,
then
oh
you're
shit.
like, wait, we were hookup buddies?
Yeah.
That's weird, you know? So I think, especially in our viewer's case, that she's probably going to have to just come out and say it, no more hints. Just say, hey, let's talk about our relationship. I just want to know where it's going or what you think about it. Then they can respond, and depending on that, great. Or if you're okay with being friends with them or something, if they say that, then that's fine too. Just as long as you know and you're not just like, I don't know what's happening for another couple months or whatever.
And I mean, I've been there definitely, and I think that that's the worst spot to be, because I think you're, especially for a viewer, you're devoting so much time to someone, and you are developing feelings, and like you're letting your guards down and you're breaking down your walls, and you're kind of like, who am I doing this for? Like, am I doing this for myself, or am I doing this for this other person? Because I think that there's like a huge difference.
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah, and you probably can't ever know what they're thinking unless you get it out of them. I would say from experience.
Yeah, and I think just in all circumstances, I think girls are always a lot more open with their feelings than guys are, because I think we talk about them always. Like, we talk about them to our coworkers, to our friends, to our family,
Yeah.
where guys usually probably don't. I mean, they may, but I just think we talk about it more. So, but since we do talk about it, I think it makes it easy for us to like create stories in our heads.
Yes.
Because then
I do that.
we like overanalyze it so much, and we're
Yes.
like, wait, like I said this story so many times, I finally put it together. Like, and then you're like, oh, God, I'm driving myself crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I do that all the time, where I'm just like, I don't know, so I'm just gonna figure it out. But then when I figure it out, I've like created this whole movie in my head.
I hate that. I always like plan out like my conversations how I think they're gonna go. And don't do that. I do it so much.
Yeah,
Don't do that. It's gonna be great.
It's just like, ask the person. And like she said, she asked her brother earlier today, and he was like, let it go organically. And I think that's a really hard thing to say or to live by, because one, what the heck does organically mean?
Yeah.
Two, you can let things move organically to a point, how we were saying, but then it comes to a point also with where a viewer is, where it's kind of like, okay, like,
Gotta get on the same page.
yeah, like I'm giving a lot of myself to you, like, is it a waste of my time, or am I like giving it to someone who truly wants it and like is gonna give it back to me? And I think like that whole phrase too, like going with the flow, I just told Casey, like, dead fish go with the flow. Like, you don't want to be a dead fish. You want to be a live one
Dead
swimming
swimming.
with the sharks, like
With the sharks. If you're not dead yet. Okay.
Well, like, you don't go with the flow. Like, I think you can go with the flow to an extent, but then you need to figure it out, because going with the flow is also like a waste of your time.
Yeah.
Because I think that just puts you in limbo.
Yeah. Just be strong and know what you want and be direct. I mean, you don't have to be like yelling at the person like, what are we? But, you know, just sit down and
Yeah.
have a conversation. Don't be like, so like I kind of like you and
Yeah. But I think too, that also puts you in the point where, like, if you do say it and their response is like, like,
not ready yet.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
but then that doesn't mean that you have to wait for them. Like, if you're like, I don't know if I can wait for you to be ready, then I think that you are totally fine to be like, okay, well, that's totally fine, but like, I'm not gonna sit here and continue to develop feelings and like hang out with you every day when you like,
And
you're holding a wall for that towards me. Like, I think that there's like a definite fine line. Or you can be like, you know what, I'm truly invested in you and I really like you and I will give you the time. I think that's your call.
Yep. So, I mean, I hope that this helped, and I hope all of the other viewers can relate as well. And if you guys have other questions that you think you want to hit on, we can do that for you.
Yeah. Or if you guys have any tips on defining the relationship.
Yeah, put them in the comments.
Yeah, maybe you guys are like really good at it.
Yeah.
Let us
Maybe
know.
we have therapists actually watching us, because we're not.
We're not, but like,
We have
we're
good
each
opinions,
other's.
I think. Yeah. I I think that, I mean, we've been getting feedback where people say that they relate, which is exactly what we want. So we're just trying to help you guys and drink wine in the process.
It's great. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching. And to that special viewer out there, let us know how it goes.
The way you move it here.
Bye.
Just wanna feel it from you.